The found footage horror subgenre has long been divisive, but it undeniably produced some of the last decade's most chilling films. While its initial novelty has faded since the Blair Witch Project era, found footage remains an effective way to generate dread through subtlety and realism rather than overt theatrics. A standout example of this approach comes from Japan, where folklore and mythological horror meet documentary-style storytelling in the unforgettable Senritsu Keiki File Kawasuji, the most terrifying movie in history. A hidden gem for horror and mystery fans. Few contemporary filmmakers have mastered the art of blurring fiction and reality like Koji Shiraishi. Known for the cult favorite Noroi, The Curse, Shiraishi's style redefines mockumentary horror by immersing viewers into seemingly real investigative journalism. His 7-part Senritsu Keiki File Kawasuji series takes this to the next level with episodic found footage that feels raw and authentic. Rather than a fast-paced thriller, each hour-plus episode slowly unfolds through the lens of a small, amateur film crew. Led by director Kudo Hitoshi, along with assistant Miho Ichikawa and cameraman Masatsugu Tashiro, this team investigates Japan's most notorious supernatural legends by reviewing submitted footage, conducting interviews, and personally confronting eerie phenomena. The naturalistic performances and improvised dialogue make the experience convincingly immersive. Meta-storytelling that pulls you in. The series kicks off with a chilling urban legend, the slit-mouthed woman, a figure that haunts Japanese folklore. After receiving amateur footage from 2 teenagers claiming to have captured her, Kudo's crew embarks on their first paranormal investigation. What follows is a disarmingly grounded exploration where the investigators have no fancy gadgets, only their camera and keen intuition to document unexplained occurrences. Shiraishi's genius lies in how he eschews typical horror tropes like ominous music cues or polished special effects. Instead, grainy visuals, on-screen replay, tags, and unfiltered reactions create a tension that feels eerily real. The team's deadpan delivery, awkward improvisation, and even occasional humor lend a relatable humanity often missing in more theatrical horror. Found footage reimagined. While found footage horror often relies on jump scares and shaky camera work, Senritsu Keiki File Kawasuji opts for a steadier, investigative tone. The crew's investigations grow from local ghost stories to encounters with psychic mediums, cursed objects, and even interdimensional travel. Unlike many horror series that revel in ambiguity, this one carefully explains the folklore and supernatural rules at play, grounding the narrative while keeping the mystery alive. Kudo's motivations range from ambition to genuine curiosity, and as the team spirals deeper into the paranormal, the stakes escalate from eerie encounters to life-threatening events. The story's connective tissue lies not only in the supernatural cases, but also in the evolving personal dynamics among the investigators themselves. Why it works as a spiritual successor to The X-Files. Fans of The X-Files will appreciate how this series blends folklore, mystery, and a documentary aesthetic without resorting to overused genre cliches. The lack of dramatic background scores and predictable jump scares enhances the unpredictability, while the methodical investigative style echoes the procedural elements that made The X-Files iconic. Ultimately, Senritsu Keiki File Kawasuji is a rare blend of dread and dark humor that captures the essence of Japanese horror mythos through a fresh lens. Its grainy footage and unsettling commentary create a comfortably scary atmosphere, perfect for horror fans craving something more cerebral and layered than the typical haunted house story.